Ladies and gentlemen, still on Justice for MOHBAD. What you're about to hear, what you're about to watch, will shock you. This is emotional, but I don't want you to give up. If you are conversant with the scriptures of the Christians, you must have read or heard that many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God will surely deliver them out of it. There are certain families that you should not come from, but unfortunately, you cannot pray your way into a family, meaning we do not have the opportunity consciously to choose what family to be born into or what country. Now, a lot of people felt alive more when they realized that there is a CCTV, and not just in MOHBAD's house now, around MOHBAD's house, that could be accessed to give us more insight into what happened. All of the lies so far. Now, there was an attempt to retrieve this CCTV. It was not something that was discussed publicly. It proved abortive, not because Wunwo or whoever. No, you will be shocked that what is happening to Justice for MOHBAD is from within. Now, I have always had this feeling that is unsettling feeling with a man based in the US, connected to MOHBAD's father. They say they are families. Oh, that's my cousin based in the US. They call this man Muyiwa. There is something unsettling about him. I am not judging him now because we need more. But the little that you're about to hear will make you want to think twice. Is there really a move to get justice for MOHBAD? Or MOHBAD's father / whoever, family, they are simply turning the head of seekers of justice upside down just for them to continue to trend like, let us drag this thing for like a year plus or two. Let us collect money, donation. Let us keep dragging them back and forth so that you can achieve and actualize what you want. Is that what it is? Or, unfortunately, certain people are connected to the MOHBAD family that are not for justice for MOHBAD. Because we have what they call the team, the legal team, and we have the lawyers, and we have MOHBAD's father. The legal team consists of certain people, plus MOHBAD's father as the father of the deceased, and this man. But several times I've listened to this man speak. He speaks in a way that is unsettling to me, but I don't want to judge him. You'll be shocked at what you're about to hear. YOMI FABIYI, again, had provided opportunity for this CCTV to be accessed. But what happened next will shock you. Let us watch, and we'll be talking more. For the benefit of those that might not understand the full details of what is going to be talked about, because it is all mixed in English and in Yoruba, I will be breaking it down so that you'll get carried along.
The lady was threatened. She had to go back. You know the taking back CCTV here.
Yomi, the CCTV would have to be released anonymously. The point is, at the end of the day, obviously the latest details is available. So obviously they will point to who or where the thing comes from. But we cannot cover anything. We cannot cover anything. And the thing is, the state of Nigeria right now, it shows you that, look, anybody can be fired anytime. Anybody. So any toba support tí ó bá fẹ́ mú tó jáde nínú kíní wàhálà ó yẹ ká.
Ṣé mo ká ní mo fi SIM card mi sínú phone mo ṣe wà ní UK. Wọ́n máa send ibi tí mo wà fún mi. Èmi á lọ bá wọn tí mo mi ló ń lé mi kiri.
The main thing is, I know that God has used you, because if you did not decide to go to MOHBAD's house, they won't know, because ọlọ́pàá expect anybody man over here. And ibi tí wàhálà gọ́gọ́ ti ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ wá fún wọn nìyẹn, because public went there and they came out with a finding. So that is the problem now. And you can see that it has called out a lot of people. Even Ìyábọ̀ Òjó jáde láti wá sọ pé CCTV ó wà ń ta kò sínú ilé ó wà. You know, it did a lot to this case. And the point is, we cannot, or I cannot trust anybody except myself on this case. And I won't call anybody anti-justice, because whatever mistake people make or words, we're easy to talk now. Oh, yeah, woman jade every time. But by me, we need to be calming down before we start to label people. People are sacrificing their time, their effort. And why me I'm annoyed is, this is the second thing after that phone. Phone here, pariwo. In fact, I'm thinking that the legal team should have actually approached Apple right now.
And they're not going to do it.
Video evidence méjìlá ni. If they are telling me that MOHBAD has access to his own CCTV in his house, and also there's another CCTV storage outside, that means we've got two evidence. So right now, I feel that if the legal system was truly working, they would be looking for evidence to back their claims. And those claims are part of the CCTV that is not being sought out for. Oh, they buy anybody. I'm telling you.
My answer clear and plain.
YOMI, the main thing is protect yourself in a way that you should. I'm okay, definitely. There are people that can be bought. Owó yìí, ó ní problem. Òun ní problem láti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Òun dẹ̀ ló ṣe cause the problem. Dísìn. Nítorí owó náà ló ṣe pa Mohbad.
Àní kébì tí ẹ lọ ṣe
nítorí owó làwọn èèyàn ṣe jáde.
Gbẹ̀gbọ́n mi ò, ti lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn kì í sọ, ẹ bọ̀ kọ́ sọ pé mo fẹ́ wo tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì àbí nǹkan kan. Èyí mo ṣì kàn ṣe kọ owó pé mi ò fẹ́ sẹ̀. Ẹ ti understand? They don't know I have that.
Oh. Okay, me or ticket or anything, but you just have to protect yourself because you've go all and out.
Because they want to set YOMI up. YOMI don't take.
Yes, you've gone all and out. You didn't expect any member of the public to do what you've done.
You know, ni mo sọ pé Baba Mohbad ń gbọ́, and now again we are waiting for Friday. In tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ sọ, wọ́n lé lóní ìpọ̀lẹ̀ tó ní kí wọ́n fẹ́nu ara wọn sọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ jáde. We say we are waiting for them. Ẹ ti rí anything tó bá ṣe àwa lómi ẹ máa wòran. Gbogbo nǹkan táwọn rò pé bóyá ó ṣókùnkùn ìgbà tí àsìkò ẹ̀ máa tó láti lò ó. Á jẹ́ lílo.
Go for me. Bàbá máa kó sílẹ̀. Ṣé mo pé onímọ̀ kan kiri kan PS? Wọ́n ní ọmọ Gúrẹ́sì, ọmọ Mr. Muyiwa Bikini, whatever, I don't know the relationship. Mo gbọ́ yẹn lately.
Yes.
Yes. Lọ́wọ́ ha owó káàkiri.
Wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ ni.
Jesus.
Yes. Ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ ló dẹ̀ ti ra conscience ọ̀pọ̀lọ àwọn bloggers yẹn. Níbi tí àṣírí wọn ti ń tú nìyẹn. Níbi tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ níbi tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn tí ojú everybody ti ń ṣí wípé àṣẹ lóòótọ́ kìíní irọ́ ni àbóòtọ́ irọ́ ni ẹni tó bá wá tún doubt ń sìn ẹni tó bá ń sọ wípé wọ́n kúrò ọmọ wọn ń sìn ni òun náà everybody ti gbọ́ lálẹ́ yìí.
Mọ̀kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni tẹ́ ẹ sọ mí sí yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni tẹ́ ẹ sọ mí sí yẹn tẹ́ni kò ń pè owó káàkiri.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa wò rọ́bọ̀.
General public not being safe in that environment, the NGO can apply.
So because of this case. That is why they are nullifying the Bankole and Smith as well. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi ọ̀rọ̀ owó bú wọn pé wọ́n tún lu jìbìtì tá a mọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe ń takùn.
They don't want them to be in because they know they're going to expose them.
Jesus. The main thing is with Bankole and Smith, some people might not agree to what I'm going to say. I'm glad they stopped that little princess from doing the show that she was doing in that court, because people have to investigate things properly. Don't just follow narratives. They had to stop that princess from doing the way she was doing the court. And it had to be stopped. If it's going to start again, we start on a new ground. It's either we start by suing.
Who is princess?
Well, whoever is directing the court, you know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day,
wọ́n ní kiri kan Ọ̀túnba, wọ́n ní kiri kan princess, gbogbo orúkọ tó ń dá yẹn, even God dàrú ṣá kiri kan, mo try láti mú picture kí tiẹ̀ mọ àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀. Èèyàn kan tí mo dábọ̀ ní irú gùrẹ́sì mo dá yẹn mọ̀.
Yeah, no, but there's a lot of people that were compromised already. That is settled. And it's not their fault. You understand? But the point we are right now, time to tell when the era of truth, nothing shall be covered. Àtìgbà tí òkun yẹn ti jáde nínú ilẹ̀, kò sí ẹnikẹ́ni tàbí inú obìnrin tó lè bo anything. That's the only way.
They know it will cover more.
So, whatever anybody wants to say, please, there's no, all this public anti-justice. No, I think explanation, no, no, Yomi, we are not the one directing this case.
Answer Friday already, I'm not worried.
Our call, ọmọ tí wọn náà bí, wọ́n lè poison ẹ̀. Àwọn onímọ̀ bí àwọn kan máa ṣe máa lọ kó ẹ káàkiri inú ilé.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi o, tí gẹ̀ẹ́tì wàhálà ìmọ̀ ńlágùn òtútù wà London yìí, ó dẹ̀ ńlágùn láti inú. So kò ń ṣe àwọn ará bí yẹn ló ń blọ́ọ̀kì kí gbogbo evidence yìí kó jáde.
No.
Ẹni tí Mr. Muyiwa ló ń ṣe eléyìí.
Mr. Muyiwa náà sì ní náà ó kàn rán yàn.
Mr. Muyiwa cannot tell me that bóyá Sango àbí Sango Ọ̀tà lòun ti rí ẹni tó ń rán lọ. Definitely for information to tell you.
Má ṣe mistake, don't you ever trust anyone in this case. Ṣẹ́rí àtẹ̀ntó lọ síbẹ̀ o. Àtẹ̀ntó fún yàn tó pè yín tó sọ pé òun ti rán lágbájá báyìí lọ. They are all working together for the purpose.
Absolutely right.
Ó jáde fún mi straight ni sẹ́, ó jáde ìgbà tó rí pé ó jáde fún mi straight ni. Ó ní so this is how you want it to play àbí? Àdìmọ̀ ọwọ́ mi dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mo wò pé àbí mo ti ń ṣe nọ́mbà tẹ̀ ni. Àbẹ́ lóbi mo bá sọ̀rọ̀. Àbẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n ìbò tó kọ fún mi ni. I overestimated your pedigree.
The approach.
Only don't worry, we will communicate to you in a way that your stools will understand.
Mr. Muyiwa.
The approach.
Mr. Yomi, Sherry, bí wọ́n ṣe send kíní ẹ̀ sí lady yẹn, wọ́n mọ̀ kó máa send ẹ̀ sí. Just to let you know, ife address àwọn tó mọ̀ ju yẹn èyí tẹ́yìn tún send lọ yẹn. Wọ́n mọ̀
ṣe mo lọ́ọ̀kì tó tiẹ̀ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ àdírẹ́sì tó tiẹ̀ lọ gbé jáde ibi tí yẹn bóyá ibi tó ń gbé tẹ́lẹ̀ kò sígbà tí yẹn máa pèrè ó níbi tó ń kí ló gbogbo rọ́bì tẹ́lẹ̀ ìṣẹ́ lò níbo ló ti rí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń gbé jáde ibi tó ti rẹ́gísítà àdírẹ́sì tó ń filẹ̀ gbà tó ń rẹ́gísítà kiri jìnnà náà. So èyí tí wọ́n tiẹ̀ lọ́kọ́ lọ tó fi sínú screenshot tó fi threatening ẹ̀ they do ọkọ̀ sọ̀kọ̀ 5B kiri kan wọn lè trace pé mi báyìí nílé ẹ̀ ń ló ká wọn lára. Tí understand.
Òun náà ní
ilẹ̀ kẹ́ lọ sùúrù bẹ̀ yẹn kẹjọ kí ni fẹ́ máa ṣe gbogbo yẹn fún. Ẹni tí mo tún sọ pé máa help yín pẹ̀lú CCTV tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ bó ṣe máa help yín personal information ẹ̀ lẹ sọlù láti fi threaten ẹ̀ that means pé ẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ gba CCTV yẹn nìyẹn. Ibi tí mo sọ fún yín pé ẹ̀rù ti ń ba ìbí sí nìyẹn.
Ọ̀rẹ́ láti gbà kúlẹ̀.
I just give you an information of somebody. That means pé tó bá rí máa yẹn náà àbí tó bá lọ rí nọ́mbà àti kíní ẹ̀ that's how they will start threatening the man. Tí máa yẹn ò ní fi fẹ́ ṣe kankan because akọ̀rí pé threat wà ní wọ́n máa náwọn other side yẹn ló ń send the threat. Tí you understand? Wọ́n náwọn other side yẹn ló ń send the threat. Àwọn náà ti wà everywhere. No, the man will just start receiving threat messages based on the fact that ó ní nǹkan lọ́wọ́. Ẹ bá ń gbọ́. Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀. A máa jẹ́ kí gọ́vnọ̀ débi pé gọ́vnọ̀ fúnra ẹ̀ ló máa lọ yọ CCTV ẹ̀ fúnra ẹ̀. Ibi tá a bá dé. Ṣé wò lélẹ̀? Ẹ jẹ́ òwò ṣé wò ni?
Yeah, I think it's...
Ṣé ti rí báyìí?
This woman, stop now, I'm using this phone.
Ṣé ti rí mẹ́sẹ̀gì tí wọ́n sẹ́ndì sí mi? Mr. Muyiwa ló sẹ́ndì sí mi. mo send the screenshot ṣé ń gbọ́ mi yẹn yàn mo send the screenshot iwájú ilé onítọ̀hún yẹn kò ń ṣe pé bóyá mo fọwọ́ kọ́ fúnra mi o street Mohbad náà ni mo wá send ẹ̀ sí wọn ẹ̀ka àkọ́tọ́ kọ́ ọ ní good morning Mr. Yomi I will be sending people to the house today and they will call you when they get there to the house on the number lele. Please attend to them. God will bless you, blah, blah, blah. Ṣé ti rí number yẹn? Ẹ ti rí number yẹn dáadáa yẹn ẹ wò. Okay, now I'm going to the next one. Now, let me check.
Ẹ kọ́fà ẹ̀yẹn dúró ní ojú ẹ̀ torí, okay.
Mo bọ̀ jẹ́ wájẹ́ lélẹ̀. Mi fẹ́ give o.
Before kó tó di wípé ẹ máa gbé jáde síta, tẹ́ bá ti click lórí kíní bíi plus yẹn, ó máa show gbogbo ẹ̀ wá, lẹ máa fi click ẹ̀ síta. Tẹ́ bá ní kẹ́ máa pick ẹ̀ lọ pick mi ìyá.
Oye, ẹni nọ́mbà ò show àbí?
Ara kò show.
Báwo ni mo ṣe máa ṣe tí nọ́mbà ẹni yẹn máa fi show? Òun ló send eléyìí sí mi pé òun ti débẹ̀.
Kò ní ìdí àti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà.
Láti rí nọ́mbà tiẹ̀ gangan tí nọ́mbà tàbí ìwá send sí mi yẹn mo fẹ́ kẹ́ rí gangan.
Nọ́mbà ẹni yẹn ti show náà, ó ti show tẹ́lẹ̀ náà.
Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ rí lórí screenshot eléyìí tó wá send sí lady yẹn. Because I need to be mi rí gbogbo àwọn kìnìyàn dáadáa.
Ó hàn bẹ́ẹ̀. Okay, nọ́mbà bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn lẹ show yìí o.
Ibi tó ti sọ fún mi ni nọ́mbà ẹ̀ ni ẹ wo kan tó send sí mi. Mo ní the lady said you are sending this same info to her. She doesn't understand you. Are you attempting to scare or threaten her? So you are not truly there for justice. Ẹ wo kan tó fi dá mi lóhùn. You want it this way, right? Nǹkan tí máa ti Mr. Abuyi wá send the number sí mi ni o.
Ṣé bí ọ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé èmi kọ́ o mi send kankan èmi ní o èwo tó wá ní.
Gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo sọ ni àti tẹ́ni. Gbọ́ ohun tí mo sọ fún yín.
Yà mo gbọ́ náà mo lé ẹ̀sìn tó yẹ kó sọ ni pé why tẹ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ eléyìí mi ò mọ̀ ń pa tẹ́ ẹ sọ yẹn o mi ò mọ̀ ẹni tó yẹ kó jáde.
Òun ló ṣe tó send sí lady yẹn máa send sí lady yẹn. This is a lady that mo ní ó wà ní estate yẹn. One of the land òun náà nílé ń bẹ̀. Ṣé ń get mi? The same inú ilé ẹ̀ nílé Mohbad. Bó ṣe install CCTV nílé Mohbad náà lọ install sí nílé tiẹ̀. Ibi tí CCTV install sí ó mọ̀ ibẹ̀ ló fẹ́ mú mi lọ. Ṣé ń get mi? Kó tó di pé wọ́n kọ́kọ́ threaten ẹ̀ ń jọ sí. Nígbà tí máa dẹ̀ lọ sílé man tó fẹ́ lọ tó jẹ́ another neighbor tí kò bá máa yẹn lé mo ní ẹ ṣáà ní sùúrù ẹ bá ó dọ̀la ẹ lè sùn síbẹ̀ but ẹ tún lọ bá ẹni yìí. Ibi tí mo bá ṣe dé ọ threaten ẹ̀ tó fi sá padà nísìnyí ẹ lọ bá ẹni kẹtù kẹ sọ pé látọ̀dọ̀ mi mo ní ó ní báwo ni mo ní nọ́mbà lélẹ̀ mẹ́sẹ̀gì tó sẹ́ndì sí lady yẹn rè tó fi sá padà tí mi ò fi padà fojú kan mẹ́sẹ̀gì yẹn lélẹ̀ wípé ẹ pé kẹ béèrè pé mo ló wà kẹ wá ilé ẹ lọ kẹ jọba sọ̀rọ̀ á ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ẹ lè rí CCTV gbà the next thing ó dẹ̀ get lady yẹn dẹ̀ mẹ́sẹ̀gì wípé kí wọ́n send the threat message sóhun pé kò tó send sóhun mo wá message máa ìpadà mo ní the lady said you are doing this ó ní this is how you want it àbí ẹgbọ́n ó ní because you understand what is going on here ẹ wá wo message yìí.
Ó ga o.
Let me be sure. Yeah. Nǹkan tó send sí mbọ. Mo wá send inú ilé lady yẹn. Mbọ, ẹ jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ wá tó send sí lady yẹn. I'm looking for the ladies.
Full name ẹ lẹ ti gbé síta yìí náà.
Wọ́n ti block yẹ àbí ṣé kò block ni?
Kò block o.
Ẹ wo, ọlọ́run aṣọ ògbó wa.
orúkọ tèmi gan tó ń jẹyọ báyìí mo mọ̀ tó ń lórúkọ mi lọ́ọ̀kan.
Ó bù yìí àwọn ní gbogbo yẹn kẹyìn ní kébì máa lọ sọ fún mò ń bọ̀ jẹ́ lọ mò ń bọ̀ o.
Torí
ó dẹ̀ àti
mo máa lórúkọ mi lọ́ọ̀kan kẹ́ ẹ̀.
àti olórí ẹbí ni kí ló máa sọ yẹn fún ẹ jẹ́ gbélé síbẹ̀ náà.
wèrè lélẹ́yìí o.
ẹni tí Mr. Buyi wá rán wá nìyẹn o. ẹ jẹ́ ok mò ń bọ̀ ó dàn ó màá fi nípa ìjọba
èwo tèmi èwo làbúrò mú mi bú báyìí nítorí Ọlọ́run sẹ́mi tó bá mo tún mọ̀ rí mo tún bá a jà ní báyìí.
preposterous.
èmi kò ti mọ géèmù wọn ti pẹ́ ìwọ tèmi èmi tí mo ti mọ bó ṣe ń lọ èmi tí mo kú ti mọ bó ṣe ń lọ ẹni tí ò bá gbàgbọ́ ni ò gbàgbọ́.
ti tẹ́ni ntí lady yẹn sẹ́ẹ̀dì sí mi lélẹ̀.
fún nèmú ẹlẹgbẹ́ jáde yìí o.
ẹ má wọrí ó ní ẹni yẹn rí miss call ó wá ní I miss your call ó ní hello the next thing tó bá sẹ́ẹ̀dì sí lady yẹn òun lè rí yẹn ó gbé full name ọjọ́ bí ẹ̀ ẹni date of birth ọjọ́ orí ẹ̀ ẹni tẹ́fẹ́ gba CCTV lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ṣé nǹkan tẹ́ máa sẹ́ndì sí ni ṣé ohun tí Mr. Buyi wá ní kọ́ lọ́ máa sẹ́ndì sáwọn tí ẹ béèrè information ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi ni nǹkan tí òye ògbó yín tí mò ń sọ nìyẹn because ẹni tó rán nìyẹn nọ́mbà ẹni yẹn it's quite unfortunate mi ò bóyá nọ́mbà ẹ̀ ṣó lókè.
ẹ ti violate o wọ́n ní disconnect yín wọ́n ti report yín o.
wọ́n report ni ẹni bí ni wọ́n fọwọ́ lẹ̀.
violation wọ́n lè ti flag in Yomi live is flagged for personal information repeated wọ́n ti gbá yín sí violent o. wọ́n ti violate yín ẹ má wọrí pẹ̀lú ẹ má so ẹ̀ mọ́.
mi ì ṣe ẹ̀ mọ́.
kọ́mọ lọ gbá àkáǹtì yín bá nà àkáǹtì yín olórí burúkú ni wọ́n iṣẹ́ tán wáyé wọn wá ṣe ni òfò náà wáyé wọn wá jẹ́.
kọ̀ǹpútà ọ̀dà ìwé kọ̀ǹpútà yẹn ló ń ṣe yẹn.
rárá o TikTok ni o.
òun náà ni kọ̀ǹpútà wọn ni kiri wọn ni. ẹ jẹ́ padà sí àwọn èèyàn. ilé ẹ̀ padà.
bẹ́ẹ̀mi ṣe ka post yẹn náà ó ṣe mí kàyéfì. but bó ṣe explain nísìn obviously they took some weapons which was part of the syringes. It's a weapon.
Only.
But you understand? So, but it's actually misled quite a lot of people thinking that there was a first-hand information based on what that fake, stupid policeman said that Prime Boy should come and claim his weapon or his You understand? So it's good that you've cleared that. But the content we've asked on this, we know that the ladies' details is out, whether anybody wants to like it or not. We are not the threat. Ladies' details is with the people that is not meant to be with. So now we have to look after that lady. Alatima sure lady, in fact, Tobani, I don't know how I can join people or join our WhatsApp or join and need to be making sure our safety is checked all the time. Because now we know. No, we have snitches upon snitches. Because how do you communicate with somebody with their date of birth?
Ẹni tí ò mọ̀ rí tí ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ need the help.
I don't know how Mr. Miwa can explain this. And he needs to not just even explain it because I'm not interested in hearing from him. And I've spoken to him before. This is not the first time. It's not the second time I've spoken to him. I've spoken to him in multiple platforms. Advising him of integrity. And we are going back to that time to Oruko. Might make sense. Not all these yes celebrities that don't make any sense, don't contribute to your life, and you so much just go on and support them nonsensely. So that date of birth here, she make a figure.
But address ilé ẹ bọ̀ tí lady yẹn sọ fún mi ni ó ní ó send kiri báwo address tó ń send tó tẹ̀ wá nú ẹ̀gọ́ ṣé mo gbà tó wọ́n ti register fóònù ni.
Èmi tiẹ̀ wá fẹ́ mọ tools tó fi get date of birth yẹn ni.
Okay, tó bá tiẹ̀ wá fi tools mọ́ why are you sending it to that lady.
No, it's a threat.
Of course,
it's a threat.
Nǹkan tó bí nìyẹn, that's the language.
It is a threat. I know you. I know how old you are. Mo mọ
Christian mo say post ẹ sókè káwọn èèyàn rí.
ẹ má jọ post ẹ má jọ post ẹ o ẹ má fi
ẹ̀bẹ̀rù tó ń bà mí báyìí ní sẹ́ ẹ̀ tí gẹ̀ẹ́tì mi.
ẹ wo bí ẹjọ́ tó lọ lọ́hùn Mr. Yomi ẹ jẹ́ kí Sister Tenny kí wọ́n bá wa post kínní yẹn kí wọ́n dẹ̀ fi gbogbo kí wọ́n fi òǹtọ̀ yẹn kí wọ́n fi kọ́ wọn lọ́rùn ṣẹ́rí kò ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan lèèyàn máa hide.
ní sọmọtọṣọ wọn ò lè fi kọ́ wọn lọ́rùn o.
ẹni nọ́mbà ẹni tí Mr. Muyi wá sẹ́ẹ̀sì mi nìyẹn ó yẹ kórìkò.
kí lẹ́dì yẹn sùn wọn ni o.
ẹ wò kọ́ tó gbé jáde sí wa.
ẹ má gbé jáde.
ṣẹ́rí lédi yẹn òun àti Mr. Yomi máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti rí Mr. Yomi máa ṣe wọ́n náà èmi àti máa bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá yá ṣẹ́rí and then ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run gbogbo ọ̀nà tẹ́ ẹ bá mọ̀ láti save onítọ̀hún yẹn Ọlọ́run á fún yín ṣe and gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ tún ti kọ́ yín náà lọ́gbọ́n nìyẹn ẹ ti rí ó ti kọ́ yín lọ́gbọ́n nìyẹn ẹ ti rí bó ṣe rí nìyẹn there will be no hiding place for the wicked kò sí ẹ ti rí Mohbad máa tú gbogbo wọn láṣìírí Mohbad ìṣẹ̀dá ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run sọ pé kò sí nǹkan kan tó máa bò ẹ ti rí kò sí nǹkan kan tó máa bò ẹ wá jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run anything tó bá wà lọ́wọ́ yín ẹ save ẹ má bá anybody wọn ṣe anything pọ̀ Friday yẹn ká máa ẹjọ ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré round up tèmi ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹjọ mo fọlọ́run ọba bẹ̀yìn ni Friday bí mami jẹ́ ṣe sọ
àdírẹ́sì
ẹ jẹ́ ń do the Friday
àdírẹ́sì ẹ̀ fún nèmú ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú date of birth ṣé bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ló screenshot eléyìí fún yín.
lady yẹn tó sẹ́ndì gbogbo details yẹn ẹ wo nọ́mbà ẹ wo bí àti Tenny kọ́ lè yé yín ẹ lọ wo mẹ́sẹ̀gì tí Mr. Muyi wá sẹ́ndì sí mi àti nọ́mbà ẹni tó ní pé ó máa dé lọ sádùúgbò Mohbad àdírẹ́sì tí mo ní CCTV tó bá ti lọ pé kí n lọ ẹni yẹn kí n bá ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ ti rí nọ́mbà yẹn.
bẹ́ẹ̀.
kẹ wá wo screenshot tí lady yẹn sẹ́ndì sí tó sọ pé I miss your call ẹ wo nọ́mbà tó wà lókè.
ok ṣé miss call ṣé mẹ́sẹ̀gì bọ̀bọ̀ ok mẹ́sẹ̀gì tí mú ẹ lọ screenshot ẹ̀ fẹ́yìn báyìí.
ipe ẹni tí mo ní kóhun ẹ̀pù lady ilẹ̀ ni tó fẹ́ fi CCTV hàn mí tẹ́lẹ̀ ibi tá a máa ti IT guy wọ́n máa ti mú fún mi òun ni mo ti send fídíò nù ilé ẹ̀ rí i pé exactly nù ilé Mohbad ni ẹ ti understand bí Mohbad ṣe ní CCTV nù ilé ẹ̀ bó ṣe store sínú ilé ibi tó store sí lady náà ó níbẹ̀ ni tòun náà store sí and this guy obìnrin mo kàn sọ pé báyìí ní sọ̀rọ̀ kẹbẹ́ á mú yín lọ síbi tẹ́ bá ti extract CCTV instead kọ́ ẹbẹ́ ó ní Mr. Muyi wá lóru ẹ òun sẹ́ndì gbogbo information ilé ayé ẹ̀ ibo ni tó ti rí òun kò fi ń threaten ẹ̀.
mo ní kẹ́ wà very very careful lára wọn mo nítorí ẹlòmíín nù wọn ọ̀tọ̀ ní nǹkan tó máa sọ lẹ́yìn ọ̀tọ̀ ní nǹkan tó máa ṣe lẹ́yìn ọ̀tọ̀ ní nǹkan tó máa ṣe lójúmọ́ I told you personally mo rántí ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì gbàgbọ́ yẹn ọjọ́ ṣe rí àwọn tá a rò pé
ẹni tó sẹ́ni nọ́mbà yìí Mr. Muyi wá àbúrò bàbá Mohbad.
that's human being for you. ẹ gbàgbé yẹn.
mọ̀ pé the only thing tó kàn kù ni pé kí bàbá Mohbad sọ pé I don't know about this or I know about it nǹkan tí kù tẹ̀ ń ṣe mí báyìí nìyẹn.
ok ẹ máa gbọ́ Mr. Yomi ẹ sọ sí ẹ ní ẹ máa gbọ́ ẹ máa gbọ́
bàbá Mohbad ò ní gbé kọ́ wọn
ìgbé kọ́ náà kọ́ ṣòwò lọ́jọ́ ẹgbàgbé ẹ̀.
ìtàdúrà rí leléyìí.
ìgbà tí mo ní ṣe ni wọ́n ń threatening ọmọ yẹn wípé threatening pọ̀ fún ayé ọmọ yẹn ní òfin lè sọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́yìn náà tí tọ́mọ gọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ wọn nípa jẹ́.
ẹ má jà fa ogun ẹ̀jẹ̀ pátápátá.
ẹ jẹ́ ń bọ́lẹ̀ fún wọn.
ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́.
àní Kìsàyà wọn náà fẹ́ wá sókè ẹ jẹ́ ń bọ́lẹ̀ fún
Mohbad yìí CCTV yẹn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bá wa bọ́ta ẹni tó pa gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn Gbogbo wọn ló ṣe máa ẹ bá wo no.
All expose wọn. Anybody tó bá yẹ exposure ló gbà ń sìn. Exposure ló gbà because wọn máa go anybody mọ́.
Mr. Yomi, èmi ní lọ́yà tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún yín lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. It's like gbogbo wọn gan, wọ́n fẹ́ mọ orí èèyàn téèyàn jẹ́ gan.
Ẹni tẹ́mi ń fún first support tẹ́mi ń pè ṣọ́ ti débẹ̀ ẹ lọ sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ fọ́dọ̀ la make sure pé rí màá yẹn o tẹ́mi ti rò pé wọ́n ti ṣe normal tí o CCTV so that means pé tó bá rí màá yẹn náà wọ́n máa threaten màá yẹn nìyẹn.
Agbára Ọlọ́run anybody tó bá ti fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n máa threaten ló máa ń ṣe ọ̀tọ̀ ń ṣe nìyẹn.
Jesus.
Mr. Yomi o ṣe rí láàárín àwọn fúnni bàbá Mohbad àwọn ọ̀tá gan wà ń bẹ̀.
kò ṣe àwọn ọ̀tá gbogbo wọn.
This lady lives in that estate. This lady has so many to see well away. Oh, Basoro, you sent her personal details to her as your first line of communication. Jesus. Madam Tenida,
this is terrible. So terrible and so sad. A lot of us, we were waiting for Friday. Friday would have been the day of reckoning on justice for MOHBAD. Friday would have been the best day for those seeking for justice for MOHBAD. Friday would have been that day that we all would have applauded ourselves for our tenacity. Unfortunately, that is not what it is. That's not what it is. I don't understand the discord on this justice for MOHBAD. I don't get it. What exactly is going on? Well, maybe MOHBAD's father will come up to talk. I guess he will want to do that because at this point, at this time, the truth of the matter is that 80% will no longer be on the side of MOHBAD's father anymore. This 2024, December, that is fast approaching, will be the end of this journey. What will shock MOHBAD's father or Muyiwa, MOHBAD's father's brother? They said he has been given the power of attorney. Power of attorney. What will shock whoever is that CCTV will be released anonymously. End of discussion. They don't want the CCTV to be released. Can you believe that the man that was sent to go meet with the woman that was supposed to have been met many months back, who would not have been where we are today, many months back, in fact, prior to the last inquest, would have gotten that CCTV, either publicly assessed or by the lawyers of Team Justice for MOHBAD. But somehow they messed up that part. I was wondering how they expected to have access directly to that person without going through the man, which is actor YOMI FABIYI. If I have a contact that is going to give a sensitive information that the police do not want out, information that will put the life of the person who is providing it at risk, why do I want my information out? YOMI FABIYI was able to get contact with such a person and say, look, I'm going to do this. And this person said, listen, keep my identity anonymous, but get me a document so that will be handling any legal consequences that might result from me releasing this CCTV footage. Because the police can come on me and say, hey, why did you release such a criminal, whatever? Let me have something from the court. Well, Muyiwa, MOHBAD's father's brother, said they needed the full names, address, blah, blah, blah of that person so that it will be typed in the court order. How is that possible? Well, they needed to look for a way around it, right? If the person is saying, look, I'm not going to give my identity, we can use street or some other information on it. I'm not going to give my own personal name. No, my life cannot be put out there. We all know how certain people have been accused of leaking information back and forth to make sure that justice for Mohbad is not gotten. Well, in between, they got themselves down to that house without calling Yomi FABIYI, the man who had given them heads up, the man who had given them the contact and also shown to them. Is it that the legal team did not know that they needed to employ the service of a private investigator to help them? I don't understand how these lawyers are operating. Oh, are they relying on the police when they are aware that the police are not willing to work? I don't even understand Mohbad's father at this point anymore. Maybe he's listening to those that are around him, not wanting to offend them because he's not going to get his son back anyway. So he wants to listen to them. At least by so doing, he will have people on his side. Maybe that's why. I don't want to judge him yet. His brother, who lives in the US, thinking that living in the US gives you this ability to think well or makes you... This guy, I don't really get it. I want to understand what this guy is all about. At the end of the day, they went behind Yomi FABIYI. They went there. When they got there, Yomi FABIYI had even done something great by giving them the phone number of this lady to speak to the lady so that they all can do a kind of a meetup to extract what needed to be extracted. They would have gotten what they needed that day. Rather, they went behind Yomi FABIYI. They tried to jump. Now, if they had tried to jump and they eventually got what they wanted, it would have been better. But do you know what they did? They started threatening that woman. Who is threatening this woman? All of a sudden, Mohbad's father is saying, I don't know, I didn't get the number. Was I hacked? Oh, who was not hacked? Blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, we realized that Yomi FABIYI and the Muyiwa, they had some kind of altercation, like a kind of argument, like, hey, why didn't you give us the number? And that's why we went there, this and that. Okay, that was resolved some couple of days ago so that we can arrive to where we want to arrive. They resolved all of that among themselves. Let us drop whatever issue. Let us look at the way forward. They agreed to communicate again, arrangements to be done, for them to meet. For them to meet. For them to meet. So that finally, maybe Friday, we will have something worth it on justice for Mohbad, which is CCTV. Because if we talk about iCloud, Mohbad's phone, and many other, all right, let us get CCTV, which has been confirmed to be available. That CCTV would not have been provided or thought about if the owner of the CCTV did not see footages. The owner has already seen what transpired. The owner already saw. And the owner knows that this is not true. These are all lies. And one thing about this case of Mohbad, and in general, in Nigeria, you have to be careful. I know it's the same thing all over the world. Because even in the US, there are certain people that needed federal protection. Their identity is stripped off and they are given a new one. And that can only happen in a big country. Well, for your information, this person that was supposed to be contacted, the first lady that would have given them updates on what to do, Yomi FABIYI spoke to this person and said, okay, sorry for what happened. You blocked me. I'm sorry. Because this lady was like, hey, I wanted to help you guys. How come they are threatening me? Why are they threatening me? Why are they threatening me? And Yomi FABIYI said, the only person I gave the number of this lady to is Mohbad's father. If I gave it to Mohbad's father, how come? Who was able to access Mohbad's father's phone to pick the number of this lady, message the lady with another number and started threatening the lady like They don't want the lady to release CCTV. And they were all supposed to come together to retrieve that CCTV. Why didn't they want them to retrieve the CCTV? Is it that CCTV, without Mohbad's father and whoever, is it that Yomi FABIYI can have access to it? He can retrieve. He can retrieve and have a copy, and I think he has a copy, but releasing it is a big problem. It's a crime, considering privacy, considering that it's connected to... So, who will bail the cat? That's the thing. That's what Yomi FABIYI is afraid of. Who is going to put this thing out there? It can be released anonymously. We care less about anything. Let it be released anonymously. So it's not him that released it. You have to prove. You have to show evidence that he's the one that released it. Wow. So the second attempt, you all saw the conversation and all that Yomi FABIYI explained there. Again, Mohbad's father's brother, Muyiwa in the US, he sent someone to go visit and talk and meet about the same CCTV with the same lady that is willing to offer service, to give footages. They started threatening the lady again. How can you, wanting something from someone, the first thing they did, because they had access to her phone number, they quickly went with certain tools. You know, numbers are now registered with people's name and address. You can't just have a phone number. It has to be attached to your address. Even kidnappers use it to access your name, your address, location, and at times to even know how many banks you are registered to. So terrible, isn't it? Yeah. Now, this person that was sent by Mohbad's father's brother, maybe younger brother or whatever, the first thing this person did was to call the person, missed call, another missed call. The next thing he did was to send the details of that person and the address of that person, saying, you live at so address. And the conclusion that they arrived at is, the number you gave us and the address is not where it is supposed to be. It's a far away place, so it's got nothing. Like, they are trying to paint a picture that Yomi FABIYI does not have any contact with anyone with CCTV, but he is playing games. That is what the Team Baba MOHBAD wants us to believe. That he's only playing games, that he has no access to anyone. If he does, why can't he give it to them? The thing is this: if he gave the direct, what would become? What will become? They are trying to make it appear like, oh, he knew he was going to travel. He just wanted to use this to scam. Like, they are after him because he, this filmmaker, they know how to create story, invent something. He wanted to travel out to go abroad, so he needed money for ticket, money for people to donate to him. So he came up with this story and acted as if he's on the run. He escaped, and now he's trying to make it appear like he has access to some CCTV from neighbors and blah, 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 blah. That's a lie. It's not true. That why is he not giving them the contact of? And I'm asking myself, how is it possible? This guy said, call me, let us meet. We'll go to access this CCTV. Why didn't they call him? So now they are making it appear like he has no access to CCTV because he's not giving them. How can you give them? How is it possible to give such a sensitive information to just anybody? That person is the key to the demise of MOHBAD. And they don't want Yomi FABIYI to be part of it. The agreement from Mohbad's father's younger brother is this, and I'm sure Mohbad's father is aware of it. Call me. That is the conversation. We will call you when we get there. That was the first agreement that they broke and destroyed it. Now again, in less than 24 hours, they were supposed to call Yomi FABIYI again. Like, we have arrived there. Then they will also call the other lady that is to provide them this access. I have arrived here. Then Yomi FABIYI will now confirm and make sure that everything is okay, that there is not going to be any third party or any illegal person or anyone that will come to destroy or create some problems, so that they can all connect together and eventually extract what needs to be extracted. What happened at the end of the day? 0-0. The woman was rather being threatened, and I think the CCTV footage or footages must be released anonymously. We cannot work the way we want to work. I'm kind of thinking, and a lot of people have started thinking, that this is a game. That the only thing that has to be done is to be done without connecting Mohbad's father, Mohbad's father's brother, or whatever. Like, these guys are just enjoying the Justice for Mohbad donation and all of that. That is the thought right now. But we'll wait. Let us see what Mohbad's father is going to say. Maybe we'll only come and start making prayers and start talking in a way that people will not connect to. He knows. He knows.